Children, I am Priyanka Goyal, your English teacher. Today, I am going to teach you a very interesting story, that is lesson number 4, a hard word of class 7. So, this is story about a little boy whose name is George, and this story is about a boy who is unable to say a particular word, who finds difficulty in pronouncing a particular word of that is the name of a mountain. So read on to find out what happened because of it. So George is trying to pronounce a long word, that is the name of a mountain. Popocat. So George is saying that I wish they would not have such hard names in geography. Will you please tell me how to pronounce it, the name of this mountain, father? George is saying to his father because he is finding difficulty in pronouncing that particular name of the mountain. Now his sister says, I know how to pronounce it. It is Popocatépetl. Well, it is not so very hard after all. Now George is saying it is not very hard after all, but I wish they would not have such long words and then one could pronounce them easily enough. Father said, I don't think so. I know one little word with only 2 letters in it that very few children can always speak. Only 2 letters? What it can be? Both the children asked with curiosity. The hardest word is a little word of 2 letters, and oh no, father replied. Children are saying, they are reacting now. Now you are making fun of us, father. That is one of the easiest words in the world. Well, I hope you will always find it as easy to pronounce as you think it is now, and that you will be able to speak when you ought to. Well, in the morning, George went to the school. Not far from the school, there was a large pond where the boys used to skate and slide when it was frozen over. As soon as school was dismissed, the boys ran to the pond. George's friend said, Come, George, we will have a glorious time sliding. George hesitated and said he didn't believe it was strong enough, for it had been frozen over only one night. Now George's friends are saying, I know why George won't go. He is afraid he might fall down and hurt himself. George could stand this no longer, for he was rather proud of his courage. I'm not afraid. And he ran to the pond and was the first one on the ice. The boys enjoyed the sports very much. Then suddenly there was a loud cry. The ice is broken! The ice is broken! 3 of the boys had broken through and were struggling in the water, and one of them was George. A teacher had heard the noise just as they broke through. He succeeded in getting the 3 boys out of the water, but not until they were almost frozen. George's father and mother were troubled when they learnt how narrowly he had escaped drowning. His father asked him how he came to disobey his positive instruction. George answered that he did not want to go on the ice, but the boys made him. How did they make you? Did they take hold of you and drag you on? George replied, no, they called me a coward and said I was afraid to go and I could not stand that. So you found it easier to disobey me and risk losing your life? So you found it easier to disobey me and risk losing your life than to say that little word you thought so easy last night? You could not say no? George now began to see why this little word no was so hard to pronounce. It was because it often requires so much real courage to say no when one is tempted to do wrong. After that, whenever George was tempted to do wrong, he remembered his narrow escape from drowning and the importance of the little word no. Now he had learned to say no to others. So children, this was very interesting story, and it's worth learning a lesson also. Sometimes we find it difficult to say no others, even though we do not want to say. Even though we want to say no, we are not able to say no, but we should straightforwardly to say